We got some news to report. Y'all, while you were watching something else.
Oh, gosh.
What a big deal this is.
Yeah.
And a really good rotation got even better.
This is a high-end all-star.
That's right. We're talking about Dylan Cease, who signed for a reported 7-year, $210 million deal with the Toronto Blue Jays, coming off of an inexplicably weird statistical season in his final year with the Padres. The deal is reportedly to include some deferred money, so that changes the AAV, but this is one of the biggest names on the free agent starters market, and he is reportedly headed to Toronto. Your reaction?
Well, first off, I was like, wow, that's a lot of money. $210 million for
Sure.
Dylan Cease. But if you look in deep into Dylan Cease, and I'm sure that's what the Blue Jays did, he's healthy. This guy posts up every start for the last 5 years. You may not be happy with the outings, but, man, he gives you numbers. This guy's a gamer. Give me the ball, I'm going after you. And I think mechanically, his mechanics are so simple that he's going to stay healthy for a lot of years to come. And watching what that pitching staff's been able to do, the coaching staff at their pitching in Toronto, I think they looked at this and said, hey, we can get a lot out of him. But it's a nice fit.
Well,
Give me a healthy pitcher, I'll take him.
I'm with you on that. I would say this, too, on the healthy pitcher angle. That was Corbin Burns.
Yes.
And he missed a year with surgery.
Yes.
That was Bronson Arroyo until it wasn't. At some point, they come calling for you.
Yeah.
The health bugs come calling for you. But to your point, he's been healthy, good track record. His expected ERA last year was a full point lower than how he finished. So it would indicate he pitched in some bad luck. And he had other teams that were hot on his tail, too. I know folks around the Cubs are disappointed that he didn't land there because there was some thought that he was a perfect fit with that team. Here's a question for you. What does this do, this deal, these numbers do for the rest of the starters market out there? Still a lot of names on that market.
Yeah.
Does it bump everybody up, or does it matter?
It matters. I think it brings the floor up a little bit. The ceiling guys are going to get the ceiling numbers, but 210 is a big number.
Yeah.
That's a big number.
Yeah.
So, there's going to be a couple guys out there arguing about it, but we'll see. But it definitely sets the market, and I think it sets us up where we've been headed towards the winter meetings. A lot of guys signing. And what you need is a big number like a player like this, and now everybody can comp it.
Right.
And go from there.
Here's the next question for you. Put that rotation up there, guys. Is this the best starting rotation in the American League?
Is that really a question?
I think it's a fair question, Tony. I mean, there's other good ones, but for me, this is pretty tough to beat.
In the American League. Look, when you can, you start looking at guys. What I look at, Matt,
I'm saying
where's
yes.
your 4 and 5 stars?
Right. I mean, those are ones and twos someplace else.
Yeah.
This is the best rotation in the American League on paper for me. And I know when the Yankees get everybody healthy again, when Garrett Cole's
if they get
back,
healthy, that's the other thing. We keep saying when the Yankees get healthy. How do you know?
I'm going to assume they get healthy.
Yeah.
But assuming best case scenario for everybody, I still think that's the best rotation in the American League.
It's pretty good.
Eric
and
Lauer,
only because of what you saw in the World Series.
With you, Savage.
You Savage, and we watched Gossman go to another level. We
Yeah.
watched all their pitching go to a different place to get them, I shouldn't just say the World Series, to the playoffs.
Right.
Because of the way they perform late in the year makes you go, it's pretty good stuff.
So what's next for Toronto? I mean, they have some unfinished business. If you're among those that think that Bo Bichette
I do have one other thing on the pitching.
Oh, all right, okay.
That concerns me. I have the Verducci effect. We'll come back to this notable Blue Jays under team control here in a second.
I mean, it's a lot of guaranteed money for a lot of years.
Yeah.
They still haven't collected a dime's worth of value on the Santander deal.
Yeah, I want to come back to that for real quick with the pitching.
Okay.
They pitch deep into the postseason for the first time. How will they bounce back? That's the Verducci thing he always talks about.
Right.
So that's very important. I think that we'll see. Will they be able to bounce back?
Okay.
Having pitched a long year and then turn around. Now we got WBC and we got everything else coming at you real quick. So how do they bounce back?
Some people have suggested that if it's not Bo Bichette that's the next thing on the itinerary, that it's adding a back of the bullpen piece. Right? Jeff Hoffman signed that 3 for 33
Can we
deal.
see that board, the money again, guys? Because I kind of jumped that. Here it is. All right. Where are you going, Matt?
Well, I mean, none of this has anything to do with trying to beef up the bullpen. And they came a breath away from winning a World Series kind of without that reliable 6, 7, 8, 9 formula.
Andres Jimenez makes 106.
That's the deal they traded for.
Wow.
But again, like Santander, 5 for 92.
They got a deal on Kirk though.
Deal on Kirk, but the Santander, they paid a lot for Santander, a lot for Barrios, and look, this team is ready to win for the next few years. We're not talking about taking steps backwards. So if you're already in that deep payroll-wise, you almost have to bring Bo Bichette back, and you almost have to overpay. That's just going to be how it goes. That's how I feel. You don't think?
I don't know.
You don't think he goes back?
I think I don't know. I kind of say no. The only reason he goes back is the loyalty to the team. And he's not going to take a discount for that.
No, hell no.
No. So I think what's happened now with Bo, him coming back in the playoffs, in the World Series, and performing on that bad leg, made some money for him. And he played second base.
Right.